And welcome back to Pragus Gaming. I'm Gamer Pragus, and this is loud in my ears. Evening, folks. All right, Nez. How we doing? So, this is another one I've got on my backlog. I got it around the same time as I got Surviving the Aftermath. I think it's along the similar lines, you know, city builder. Post-apocalyptic, apocalyptic. Yeah, I'm good. I am good. Evening, Dolph. Hope you're well. Exactly. Alopecia limpdick. Saves shaving. Yeah, you've got to be careful though, because, you know, first of all, you know, it takes a couple of minutes to rub the cream in. After that, you're just playing with yourself. As we all know, you shake it once, that's fine. Shake it twice, that's okay. Shake it 3 times, and you're playing with yourself again. Anyway, yes, so we are playing Endzone World Apart Survivor Edition. Like I said, Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 2 seconds, I'll be right back. There's a banging inside his head, apparently. So, okay, well, let's do the tutorial. Achievements can be unlocked that relate to tutorials. Well, we'll start with the main tutorial.
We finally left the end zone. Just look at this beautiful scenery. It's marvelous. Even though it's a bit different from what we had pictured, we were able to secure a few basic resources and are storing them in our bus.
Let's build ourselves a new home.
I'm glad we prepared ourselves well for this kind of scenario, especially since our inventories in the end zone ran low. Don't forget that if you need additional information, you can look at our survival guide at any time.
Okay. Choose dialogue. Let's do it! Right. Oh, that's the survival guide. Well, Yeah, I haven't touched it. I bought it about the same, like I said, about the same time as I bought Surviving the Aftermath.
Well done. Everything you need to know should be right here. I think the time has come for us to at last build ourselves a new home here.
Okay, so a sizable map. Doesn't look like we've got a world map. But, okay, so we got weather.
Before we can construct buildings at all, we have to assign the profession builder to several settlers so that they can take care of construction contracts. In general, it's your responsibility to decide which tasks are important and how our settlers are supposed to be distributed to attend to them.
Okay.
All right. Your builders will be ready as soon as construction contracts have been issued. It's time to start focusing on our key. The first thing we ought to do is to establish a working water supply. So we'll move on to our first construction contract. Place and build a jetty by a lake in the vicinity of your town center.
Okay, so we need to rotate that. Place. Oh, okay. Okay, so they're building that now.
Very good. The jetty was completed as planned. Now we have a place where we can collect water. There are other possibilities to gather water too, but the jetty is the simplest and most cost-effective method. We can obtain and store water from different sources, like a jetty, rain collector, or well in the cistern. The cistern should always be in close proximity to a water source.
Okay, so now we've got to build a cistern. Okay, so is it just water storage, do we reckon? How do we build roads? Can we build roads? Excuse me. Oh, blimey, there's a fair amount to no, dirt road. No, can't build that yet. Okay. Let's get the system built. Okay, assign settlers to the water carrier. Okay. System built. And water produced 0, but that will come. So speed up.
Great. We have now installed a working water supply, and water is now transported from the jetty to our cistern. Consider hiring more water carriers if you don't have enough settlers available. You can never have enough water in storage. Now we should focus on food production. It's important to ensure the supply right from the start. A gatherer's cabin, a hunting lodge, or a fishing hut can directly remedy the situation. I suggest starting with a fishing hut, since we're already located.
Okay. fishing hut. Okay. Fishing hut, assign builders professions. It's 2, and then produce 50 food. So let's speed that up. Oh, it's our population just increased.
Good work. We've now taken care of our basic supply of food and water. Make sure that you have enough food and water on hand at all times, especially if you want to upgrade your settlement. A population that grows too fast can quickly unbalance your food and water supply.
Yep.
Crops are another excellent way.
Okay, so it does just speed it through, as long as the soil is moist enough. Moist. Each seed has different yields and growing times. This means that it can take some time until your field is ready to be harvested, in contrast to your fishing hut where production can begin right away. Okay. Okay, so we can free build. Moist. Let's go 10 by 10. Cultivated field, assign settlers to the farmer profession. Seeds from cabbage. Black salsify. Cabbage. Let's go cabbage. Open the view for environmental irrigation. No, that one.
Looks good. Remember that we need the widest variety of food sources to stay healthy. You should also plan ahead for drought periods that might come when it's not going to rain. Stock up on food and adapt your production to avoid bottlenecks. I'll show you a few more strategies later on. At the beginning, we don't have much scrap, wood, or other resources. We could build a production building, but to obtain resources as fast as possible, it's best that we start gathering right away. Assign a Gather All Resources task. All the settlers who haven't been assigned any profession by you are going to accept these kinds of tasks. In addition, settlers distribute resources within your settlement.
Okay, so place gather wood task. No. How do I do that then? How do I? Oh, there we go. Right, gather wood. Ah, cool. That's quite cool. And gather scrap. Okay. Got it. Alright, speed up. That's the scrap.
Since
And
we now own
okay.
plenty of resources, we can start to build a real production building. Then you don't have to always make efforts by hand that collecting is taking place. Production buildings are not only easier to manage, they are also distinctly more effective than simple tasks. Don't place production buildings too far away from your settlement. Right on. The best thing for us to do now is to build a forester's lodge to automate our supply of wood and make it more effective at the same time. Foresters are not only able to chop...
Okay, yeah. Right, so Forester's Lodge. I'm going to put him here, but I'm going to rotate him that way. Okay, and then we're going to need to assign a forester. We'll put a couple in there. Okay, let's put it on. Yeah, we'll go normal speed. No, double speed. Accept. Gather. Mainly because if we're taking down a load of trees in this area, it's going to start taking it away from the Forester's Lodge. So let's speed up time and get that Forester's Lodge built. Cabbage. Okay. And there it goes.
Good job. You might want to change this building's working area later on to tell your workers where they should get their wood from. Ah, and for your information, if you want, you can also tell your Forester's Lodge that they only ought to attend to reforesting an area in order to create a lush, green forest which generations to come can use.
Oncoming drought. Stockpile water and food in order to survive. The soil is going to become infertile. In stock, 2,000 production reserved.
Very good. Now we ought to take care of collecting scrap.
Scrapyard. Okay, so we want a scrapyard. Building scrapyard. Okay, and then we assign scrap collectors. Speed up, get that built. Oh, that's done, and then we just need to. Here we go.
You can change the working area for the scrapyard too. We can recycle scrap into 4 additional resources: cloth, metal, plastic, and electronics. Our people want to play.
So to privacy increase the confidence of their inhabitants. In other words, building cabins increases the willingness to start families and reproduce. If you know what I mean. Okay, so we need a couple of cabins. Okay, so it doesn't look like we've got positives. I mean, I'm assuming that green bar is where the road goes, but It's built. Oh. Have they got to decontaminate it first? Maybe. Cabin built. I need 8 cabins? Oh. Okay. What's that? So that's one. Six, 7, 8. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. High efficiency rate, new processor will live longer. Oh, that's cool. So if we
Besides cabins, you can
increase
also
their
provide sturdy
happiness.
houses and shelters as housing. Sturdy houses withstand sandstorms better and have an increased storage capacity to boot. Children living in houses gradually fill up the house's stockpiles. Settlers do not reproduce in a shelter because they lack privacy.
Sturdy houses or shelters. Sturdy houses withstand. Okay.
Let's return from our excursion into housing and refocus on scrap. With the help of a recycler or refinery, scrap can be sorted into 4 different resources. A recycler always takes scrap apart, one resource at a time, while a refinery automatically produces all 4 resources. To start off, you should build a recycler and produce cloth.
Okay. Dolph, how are you getting on with Fallout 4? Did you manage to get all your stuff sorted? If I put it next to it, refinery. What is that? Oh, that's metal. Okay, cloth, metal, plastic. Okay. Because I know you said you were sorting out your save files and stuff. Assign settlers. Yeah. Oh, refinery. Refiner, yeah. Yeah, I have heard that. Okay, so we've got a growing population, that's cool. Recycler built, cloth produced. Do I have to do something in there? Oh no. Oh, I can select which one. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna take that down.
You can instruct your recycler to produce a different resource at a time. It's important that you focus on the resources you really need, at least in the beginning. Cloth and metal look like good options if you want to equip us with protective clothing and tools. Happy settlers are industrious settlers. That's why we ought to look after our people and protect them against the surroundings and dangers.
Oh wow,
like
that's
radiation.
empty.
So let's start by transforming our newly recovered cloth into protective clothing.
Okay, so we want tailor shop. Put that up there. And then we're gonna need a tailor. Terrestrial radiation. High. Are there any high? Ooh, what's that? Interesting location. Mark for salvaging. There's a helicopter. Houses. Okay. Should send a scout from expedition. Okay. Oh, does that mean it's full? I think. Next scarf produced. I am telling them to.
We categorize environmental radiation into 4 levels: no radiation, low level, medium level, and high level radiation. The radiation changes constantly and is influenced by weather and contaminated rain. Protective clothing helps to protect us against this kind of radiation, but it takes a while before it's produced. And production relies on a steady flow of incoming resources. Try to establish production chains at an early stage and start to stockpile goods so that some are always on hand. The tools we brought along from the Endzone are slowly but surely running out. So now, let's focus on manufacturing new tools. The tools will help us to work effectively. We'll need metal for that, so we'll prepare for production by building another recycler.
Oh, okay, so basically, yeah. So yeah, and then you set up the recycler to the second recycler to do metal specifically. Okay. Right. But we don't have workforce. I mean, we could take one out of there. Oh, there we go. Our population's just... Oh no, we've got 9 children. Yeah, okay, so we've got 9 children. So they will oh, we've got 10 children. So those will eventually grow up to... Okay, but you need to be metal. Oh, but I need another refiner. There we go. Okay. Instruct a workshop to produce metal tools. Scrap tool. Metal tool. Okay. Metal tool produced. Yeah, no, I keep thinking about playing Fallout, but I don't know. I can't decide which one to do because I've got all the achievements in 3, and I've done all the DLCs, but I really do need to get on with New Vegas, and I've got it in my desk because I've got the collector's edition for New Vegas that came with the cards. It is class. So part of me is tempted to like, oh, what happened? Oh, because they're becoming workers. That's okay. Yeah. Yeah, and it's quite funny because with everyone talking about, oh yeah, Fallout 4's doing, selling,
With
it's
our lovely new tools, we are now prepared to work
was it a
effectively.
7,500% increase in sales in Europe?
To manufacture tools
But everyone says New Vegas is better, so why are people not playing that?
Well, they won't be quite as effective.
Or is it just that they don't have the stats for it because it's a 360 title? Maybe. Choose everyone at metal, keep in mind that you can construct your workshop to manufacture tools from scrap instead of metal, though they won't be quite as effective. Okay.
Down in the Endzone, we had sufficient.
But our children don't have this luxury. We ought to build a school, pass on. See, because it's all, yeah, maybe, because it is. People have been. I've played all of the base game of 4 and got all of the achievements for it. I haven't done any of the DLCs, but excuse me, I do have them. I'm gonna put this here. It's alright. In fact, let me just check what does True Achievements say I've got in it. 155 hours, according to True Achievements. So I played a bit. Right, I now need to assign someone to teach.
Perfect. Besides the fact that educated children work more effectively, we'll also teach them to be more careful with their protective clothing and tools. This, in turn, leads to them staying intact longer, and we conserve valuable resources. Now that our population is starting to grow, we ought to again turn our attention to the topic of food production. We are already accumulating fish and tilling our fields. A gatherer's cabin will now enable us to gather mushrooms and berries from the forest nearby.
Right, how can I see? Rich food, knowledge, coal. Can't see a way of finding out how. Oh, okay. Capacity there. So there is a capacity somewhere. Right, gatherer's cabin. Legendary survival one. What's one of them? Right, so I'm going to put you down here. Because I'm guessing survival's the hardcore, where you can't instant heal, you can't sleep to heal. I think it was introduced in New Vegas, wasn't it? Okay.
Very good. As you can see, the Gatherer's Cabin is an effective possibility to get food quickly. But watch out. After a drought, it's going to take some time before the plant. Although we are sufficiently supplied at the moment, our survival depends on diligent planning. If we can lay out a plan for an orchard, then we can start to plant fruit or nut trees that we can harvest after.
Okay, orchard. Choose seed. Plums.
The orchard has been laid out, and the trees are already beginning to grow. Similar to crops for farming, trees need some time until they are fully grown. But once they have grown, they can be harvested again and again until they have to be newly planted. Cool. Our Gatherer's Cabin gathers food from the surrounding forests. However, there are any number of other plants there which we can use as well. These plants can be...
Okay. Right, so herbal hut. You have to play more tactical. Every confrontation can be deadly, even against bloatflies and radroaches. Fair enough. Excuse me.
Well done. We can equally utilize the gathered herbs to convert them into medicine later on. It might happen that an illness breaks out in our settlement from time to time and spreads among our settlers. That's why we always ought to have enough herbs on hand.
Herbs? Oh, I thought they are herbs, because, you know, there's a fucking H in it.
Radiation is the main reason why the health status of our settlement can decrease. Although our settlers already use protective clothing to shield themselves against environmental radiation.
And no fast travel either, is there?
Our sources of water become contaminated. We should start to filter our water to prevent this from happening. We will need a great deal of charcoal to accomplish.
Yeah. Let's put this down near the water. Yeah, I do remember that. I never actually did a survival playthrough on New Vegas. Okay, so we need more scrap. We got plenty. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Oh, I need to hire someone. Yeah. And produce some coal. Oh, excuse me. Oh.
Great. We can use the charcoal in conjunction with a filtration system to purify our water. Unfortunately, our cistern is not able to do this. Only the water tower has the necessary equipment for this capability.
Okay, so we've got to build.
It would be a disgrace if
Upgrade. A water tower can store much more water and provides workplaces for a lot more water carriers than our. Okay. Right. Production's dropped due to empty work areas. Check scrapyards or forester lodges. Oh, because I've hit the production limit. Yeah. Okay. We need another recycler. Refiner. Assign settlers. Oh, okay, so we can increase, and then this is the. Oh, that's cool. So you can see where it's going. Okay, and then upgrade to a water tower. We need 12 plastic. We've got that. Okay. Okay. Blimey, all those trees, where have they come from? What are you? You're the school. Okay, so we can select different subjects.
our new water tower is up and ready for action. Good work. Filtering the water is an important next step because clean drinking water is a key mainstay of any stable society. Let's begin with filtering.
We want to ensure that at least a little bit of water not contaminated is being stored in our water tower. Water gained from a well is never contaminated by it, so it suggests itself for that purpose. Then we can use the remaining charcoal to produce better protective clothing. Okay. Cut down and reforest, cut down, reforest. Okay. Right. Build a well. Okay, assign settlers to the well keeper. Activate the filter on your water tower. Okay. So that activates that. Okay. And activate carbon mask produced 2. Well, we've already set that, so it's just a case of waiting for it. And my tea is gone.
Good work. We are continuously taking steps towards being better and better equipped to be able to survive in this hostile environment. Filtered water is a precious asset, and later on we can even use it to irrigate our fields. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Not only our water can become a hazard for our settlers due to radiation, our food can too. We ought to erect a decontamination post to prevent
erect.
settlers from eating meals that are contaminated.
Okay. Decontamination post. I mean, oh, itchy. Oh, excuse me. And then we need to assign to the decontaminator. Set that. Alright, what's the problem here? Oh, is it? Oh, it's because we're out of metal. That's why.
Very good. The decontamination post is going to supply all buildings that stockpile food and are located in... It's true. We should never...
So we're going to lose friends and members of our family's time. So we're going to mourn them, come what may. But if we're able to bury them in a cemetery, then we'll get over the pain and let them rest in peace. Okay. Blimey, that's a bit big, isn't it? Don't really want it out the back of the house though. Let's put it over here. There we go. Season 25. Cemetery belt assigned settler to mortician. Okay.
Okay. The cemetery will help us to quickly get a hold of ourselves and focus on the tasks that lie ahead. It's not a pleasant thought, but that's the way things are. At the very least, we're pioneers, aren't we? Maybe we ought to distract ourselves to lighten up the mood.
Okay.
We can erect a number of buildings to increase confidence in our settlement, including, for example, a campfire or a pub. In this situation, however, our best option would probably be to upgrade our town center.
Okay, so that's our bus, yeah? Okay.
Very good. The new town center not only gives us more storage space, at the same time, it functions just like a campfire too. Settlers can visit the new town center, and by doing so, increase their confidence for a while. Now that we have made efforts to ensure the spiritual well-being of our settlers, we ought to attend to their physical health as well. Our settlers
Build a
can
hospital?
get sick from time to time. Settlers who have been...
Who have become infected with the disease can die from it if they are not treated. Settlers need to go to a medical facility. So let's build a medical facility. Blimey, that's big, isn't it? But I'm gonna rotate it there. Okay. Medical facility assigned settlers to the medic profession. That's cool. Up in the clouds. Okay. Oh, is that oh, because there are no nearby resources. That's why. Blimey. In fact, I might move. Okay. In fact, what I might do is if I get them and just there and get them to just cut that down, and then it'll give us a bit more room to build. We probably want to move up this way actually. If I do that, and then it'll just cut that down. Okay. I think we're going to need some more builders. That'll do. Okay. Yeah, so that was the problem. We hadn't got enough scrap coming in.
With this step, we have ensured the survival of the settlement for a while.
Good
Very
news.
good work. Since more and more children are being born these days, we should start to plan for the long term. While cabins are a good way to get settlers to start a family, they only provide limited space.
Let me suggest to you that cabins can be provided only in a very targeted manner in order to control the population growth, rather than not having enough resources to provide for everyone. We ought to build a shelter to be able to provide other inhabitants with a roof over there. Okay. No, I'm going to put you here. But what I do think we probably need to do, yeah, let's do this. Okay, we got. Okay. In fact, if that's full, we can switch that over to metal, and then we can work on that as well. That's not a bad shout actually. In fact, I've got 3 of those, haven't I? Yeah, you're producing plastic, but we're at the limit of plastic. Okay. This building produces contaminated resources. Okay, how do I stop that then? Or don't I? Nearby resources. Oh, but we're at the production limit. But we can up the production limit. Okay. And that produces no workforce available.
Very good. Remember that when children grow up, they're going to leave their parents' house and look around for a new place to live.
To put a shelter to be able to provide all.
That they don't find any home at all. We ought to build a shelter to be able to provide all inhabitants with a roof over their heads. I've already pointed out to you that
it could become very dangerous if we were to run out of food at some point. Since a lot of people are going to be living in the new shelter, we ought to provide them with an access to food in their vicinity. A hunting lodge can look for wildlife in the surrounding area to to bring a little meat to the menu. Okay. So a hunting lodge. Put that here. Hunter profession. Where are you, hunter? But oh.
Perfect. The hunting lodge equally provides us directly with food, but it functions somewhat irregularly because it relies on wildlife in the surrounding area. Nevertheless, it can be indispensable during a drought because even the deer and wild boar still roam around the forest.
That makes sense.
However, wild animals can not only be shot, they can be captured too. When a wild animal has been captured, it can be brought to a pasture and served there as livestock.
Okay, that's cool. Because obviously in you don't really want it next to there, do you? In Surviving the Aftermath, you if I just put that down. There. You had to trade for the thing. Right. Assign settlers to the herder. Okay. Assign it as soon as your hunter's captured an animal. So that's the hunting lodge. Hunting and capturing. Okay. Reset your hunting lodge to the capture option. Yeah. And then we gotta wait for that to... Oh, there is a boar nearby. Okay. Oh, we've got a roe deer. Oh, or a boar. Oh,
Animals captured by a hunter are brought to a pasture where they are tended to and cared for by herders. Some animals produce resources such as milk or eggs. Other animals can only be slaughtered to eat. You ought to find out for yourself which type of animal brings you which benefit. On each pasture, you can choose which type of animal ought to be kept there. You must provide water for the animals you keep on your pasture. This enables them to survive and reproduce. When enough animals are fully grown, the herder will start to slaughter them. If you don't want animals to be... Now your herders know how they ought to handle the animals. And now that you've already captured several animals, don't forget to instruct your hunters to hunt animals again.
well, I
in the
would,
future,
but
so that
I
they
keep
can...
having to
With
speak
our
to you.
increased production, our stockpile is going to run out soon. The supply routes for our production buildings are getting longer and longer too. To tackle these problems, you ought to build a temporary storeroom and have roads laid out.
Okay, first of all, let's go to hunt. Pasture. Okay. Temporary storeroom built and built the dirt road. Temporary storeroom. Well, it makes sense to do that. Here. And then dirt road.
Temporary storerooms increase your settlement's general storage capacity. Place them in a targeted manner in order to shorten the routes for goods between your production buildings. Roads are equally a great benefit because settlers moving on roads can go distinctly faster than on a normal supporting surface. To improve the whole thing even further, we can build a market to improve logistics at the settlement. Besides being an enormous stockpile for resources that is even able to store water, the market is responsible for distributing
Sounds like a no-brainer. Oh, blimey. That sucker's huge. That sucker's huge. Okay. Logisticians. Market built. It hasn't been built yet. Who had eating child's bit well. Exactly. Oh, of course, yeah. I was trying to work out what. Yeah, it's the Dalchow beans. Yuffie's bean. Oh, blimey. Okay. There's a lot there.
Logisticians are able to amass resources from the whole settlement
Yeah.
and bring them to the market. This improves the flow of
I am
your products
okay.
and leads to your settlers having to walk shorter distances to fulfill their individual needs. The combination of these attributes makes the market the ideal building when you want to enlarge or even relocate your settlement.
Okay.
The larger your settlement gets, the farther some settlers have to travel to get to all of the food you produce. To make life a little easier for them, you can build a food station. Logisticians who work at the food station will collect food from your storage building.
Okay. Alright, well, let's put it down here then. Logistician. Oh, we need to, yeah, so I need to put more in there. There we go. Is it built yet? Not yet. Right, how are you doing? 155, okay. So let's move you there. Where's... Are you the forester? Yes, 500, and you're on cut down. Okay. Speed up time. We'll get there in a minute. Wood. Right. So we put more people on wood. Hopefully. Oh, that's cool. You can see people moving. Yeah, see, they're not using the road. Where we were going, we don't need roads. So, if I put one here, yeah, that should then speed them up, getting the wood down there. Our population is decreasing. It's going to decline in the long term because either not enough houses are available to your settlers to start a family, or a large part of your population is infertile. But there doesn't appear to be any way to see, unless attractiveness, negative influence, positive influence. Okay. Building condition, electricity. Okay. But there doesn't appear to be that's 4 of 5, 3 of 5, 2 of 5.
With the new food station, your
finally.
settlers are now able to supply themselves with food directly on site. If your settlement is supposed to grow even further, you can think about whether you want to provide additional food stations. Distributing food at your settlement is going to prove to be extremely practical. However, your settlers not only need food to survive.
Oh, a water point? I'm shocked. And we need more logisticians. There we go. Right, let's get that built. And wood and scrap. Right, why are you... Resources that can't be collected in the immediate vicinity. Okay. Resources are next scarf. Okay. What did that say about research?
Now that your settlers also have a water point available, they can supply themselves with water and food. Similar to how it's done at the food stations, this enables you to precisely control at which places your settlers are able to attend to their needs. Since we have our logistics under control, now we can concern ourselves with the weather and its challenges. We can build a weather station to enable us to make a forecast regarding upcoming weather and learn if potentially contaminated rain might be coming our way. It can also be used to prepare our crops and rainwater collectors we might have against contaminated...
Okay. Oh, thank you. Blimey. That's big. But so you're doing metal, and you're doing metal. No, you're doing cloth. Okay. Resources that can't be cut. Water. So is that okay? No, I think. Oh, there we go. That's been built.
Very good. Now that we know what sort of weather awaits us, and
Ah,
how we can
okay.
protect ourselves against contaminated rain by covering our crops and rainwater collectors, we ought to attend to collecting the rain we want. Rain not only humidifies the soil, it can also be automatically collected via rainwater collectors to generate a steady flow of additional water. Since we've already built our weather station, we're able to decide what kind of circumstances would make us want to cover our rain collectors.
Okay, so we need to get a rainwater collector, which is what I was just trying to do. Just saying. Ah, do you know what? I could put it down here actually. Okay. Fields and orchards are not covered and remain unprotected in the event of rain. Okay, that's cool. Scrap plastic. Here it comes, and then I go. That's what I said.
Never forget that our settlers might get sick if we distribute water contaminated with radiation at our settlement, even if they're wearing protective clothing. We should make sure we can have our crops covered to shield our seedlings against radiation. But once they've been covered, naturally they won't be irrigated with rain anymore. To rectify this problem, we can build an irrigation plant that is able to artificially regulate.
Okay, so do want it. See, I can turn it there, but that won't irrigate the farm. The orchard even. So we would need a second. We need irrigators.
Fabulous. As long as our irrigation plant is supplied with filtered water, it is able to neutralize a possible contamination of the soil due to radiation. But watch out. When water contaminated with radiation is fed into the system, this can lead to precisely the opposite. And the irrigation plant itself may possibly cause radioactive pollution of its surrounding area. Alongside contaminated rain, there are other environmental hazards, such as sandstorms or droughts. The soil dries out during a drought, and sandstorms sweep across the landscape from time to time. These sandstorms can damage your buildings and ultimately make them unfit for use. You can decide which type of task your builders ought to give priority to at our town center. You can instruct them to merely repair buildings, to erect new buildings, or to do both at the same time. This enables you to react quickly in crisis situations. For instance, in the event of a sandstorm, you can quickly attend to having damaged buildings repaired. Now that we've taken care of all the necessary needs of our settlement, such as food, water, protective clothing, and tools, our next efforts ought to focus on increasing the settlement's overall productivity. A research station allows us to develop different technologies. One step in moving our settlement ahead is to make it possible for our refiners to acquire electronics from scrap. We should perform research on the appropriate technology to achieve this and instruct one of our refiners to produce electronics.
Okay. So first of all, we want a research station. Ooh. There's our sandstorm. Do-do-do-do-do. So if I now go there, but if I hang on, he said oh, because we're short on folks, that's why. Right, so The research station is there. Assign settlers to the profession researcher. Oh, it's down the bottom there. Electronics researched. Oh, are we full? Is that... No. Okay. Ah, that could be it actually. Right. And then... Ooh! A loitering ban. I must... Oh, electronics. Technology... No. Resources. Oh, electric... Okay, yeah. There we go. Oh! Okay, so you don't have to wait for it by the looks of it. But you do have to wait for the points to come in, by the... I would imagine. Electronics... No. No, I do have to wait for it. Okay. Recycler built 3 of 4, so we need to build another recycler. Put you in there. $172. There. Okay. Oh, but I can't because I haven't finished researching. Okay. But I do need more people in the refiners. Oh, that's a problem. There. So, cloth. Performed on new technologies, electronics has been researched and is now available. Okay, so reset you to electronics.
Very good. With this new research station and the ability to acquire electronics from scratch, we can provide our settlement with all the materials we need. The research station is very useful in enabling us to adapt ourselves to our surroundings by using the right technologies in any situation. Down in the Endzone, we dealt with the concept of a solar collector. This solar collector is able to collect sunlight and convert it into electricity. We wanted to try out.
Okay. So it doesn't look. Okay. Okay, so we need electronics. Oh, we've got 80 electronics. Okay. What I might do is just increase.
The solar collector produces energy by capturing sunlight and feeding this energy into a grid. The solar collector also gives us all the relevant information we need to keep an eye on our settlement's power consumption.
Fish feed. Soon I know fishermen to lure more fish as a result. Kitchen, maybe? Sturdy house. The solar collector produces energy by capturing sunlight, feeding this energy into a grid. The solar collector also gives us the relevant information we need to keep an eye on our settlement's power consumption. Okay.
Each of your buildings automatically hook up to this power grid when you set up an electric power pole within the building's range. Buildings supplied with electricity work distinctly, more effectively, and produce faster.
So now we want power poles. That's not connected to that one, is it? Okay. Yeah, it'll need to be there. There. I think that'll then get it. Because that's connected to that one. That one will then be connected to this one. This one to this one, this one to the solar collector.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I can only picture how our ancestors must have felt with their almost infinite supply of energy. However, you ought to constantly keep an eye on your power consumption to avoid outages.
Yeah, there's nothing at the top there, is it?
Logically, the solar collector is only able to produce energy during the daytime. It would be beneficial if we could also make electricity available at night so that our settlement remains effective.
Because there isn't anything across the top, is there? That's... How are we doing? Knowledge is... Oh, okay. I've got the study house. Upgrade shelter. So can I now upgrade these? I can.
That looks good. Some buildings are now connected to the power grid. Although a well-structured settlement that's hooked up to the power grid consumes a certain amount of resources, it is enormously effective. Oh, and just as an aside, you can have electric power poles put up on many surfaces, even on roads.
Ah. Oh, is that a sandstorm coming in? Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, yes.
Now that electronics are finally available to us, you can have your town center upgraded one more time to provide for more storage capacity.
Oh. Hang on, I need herbalist, herder, tailor, irrigators, that was it. No, yeah. So oh! Stop. We have no scrap. There. That probably needs to be done. So what's that? Rich food. Okay, got knowledge. We have said that to go ahead. Okay. How are we doing? Logistician. Oh. Put one in there. Okay. Oh, that's the research down in the bottom left corner, but I think. Yes. Yeah. I did upgrade one. Oh, study house. Yeah. How's your assignments going, Nez? Have you done anything today on them, or are you not today? Having a day from hitting them pretty hard. Right, let me... What? Roads. There we go. You come down there, so let's just bring a road down here. Yeah. Capacity. Turnover. Huh.
Very good. The additional storage capacity is going to be very useful. With the settlement producing on a stable scale, we can now focus on exploring our surroundings. Though we heard a bunch of stories in the Endzone, now we can explore the ruins our ancestors left behind firsthand to find treasure and resources. Let's build an
Okay. So an expedition station. I'm going to put it over here. Also gonna do is get some power poles.
Well done. Assign settlers to be scouts and prepare expedition rations. When you want to send off an expedition, you can decide the quantity of expedition rations with which to supply the expedition. As a result, you can control how long and how thoroughly it is able to explore a ruin.
Okay.
Let's send out a few scouts to find a ruin. The scout will visit the ruin you have designated and explore it. As a result, the scout will supply us with important information about the site that we should pay attention to when we...
Okay, well, I don't have people. Yeah, right. Let's put those in there. Okay. Oh, is that us there? Okay, yeah. Send scout. Okay. Okay. Oh, if we had more scouts, then yeah. What's that? Oncoming drought, stockpile water. Yeah, we're okay on that.
Our scout has returned and brought along a variety of useful information. Now that we know what we have to reckon with, we can put together a team in order to explore the ruin more precisely.
Oh, okay. .3 seasons. Show hide filters, hold to reset filters. I don't know what. Hang on, let's see what it says in the.
Each ruin has its own challenges, secrets, and valuable resources. Choose settlers who fulfill the necessary prerequisites for the respective ruin. and give them enough expedition rations to take along. In addition, don't forget to equip them with protective clothing and tools to the best of your ability before you send them off.
Okay. So, loot location. So if we configure. Oh, is that because that's what they're doing at the moment? Yes. It's because those are the current tasks. So if we send a couple of more of our builders.
Now that you've commissioned the expedition, it's now in preparation stage. Expedition rations and other necessary resources are being amassed. Afterwards, the settlers you selected will relinquish their old tasks, assemble, equip themselves, and subsequently set off together on their way. Get yourself ready to make tough decisions. Good news. Your expedition has finally reached its destination. Now it's all up to you. Contact them and listen to what they have to say to you. Make wise decisions and guide the settlers through the
I can make
with
decisions.
meticulous care.
Whether they'll be wise is another matter completely. Right. Open the expedition window. What direction should the expedition take next? Okay, cloth, joint, mushrooms, or metal tools. Okay, Chief, we're going back to our settlement now. Man, we can't wait to see our families again.
Well done.
Oh, so basically you
Your decisions
choose
during an
what
expedition
resources they
are
pick up.
decisive for its success. Try to be as well prepared as possible and make wise decisions because the consequences could be fatal. Now let's loot this place and get out of here. Take as many resources as your settlers can carry and bring them back to your settlement. Now that you know how you can help your settlers to manage in this environment so hostile to life, I'd like to show you how you can design your settlement in such a way so that your settlers are not only able to survive in it, they're actually glad to be here as well. Your settlers are eager to live in surroundings that please them. For instance, they'd rather not live next to a building that produces lots of noise or dirty grime. You can switch to the heat map of dwellings' attractiveness to be able to see just how attractive the dwellings in your settlement are. In this view, you see which cabins and shelters have been placed in attractive surroundings and which ones are in unattractive surroundings. If you want to make your settlers particularly happy, you should pay attention to providing them with attractive surroundings. To increase the attractiveness of a residential area, you can put up some decorations to beautify your settlement.
Wind
Each
chimes.
decoration increases the attractiveness of the area where it has been placed. Maybe it's time for you to design your settlement a little more attractively to make make your settlers happier.
Yeah, okay. Oh, so that's because of that. It's got a negative influence. No worries, Mr. Nez, sir. I want to do that. Oh, they're being built. Okay. So that is... Okay. Oh, because I don't have a scout. Ah. Okay, so I still need to build some more. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that'll do. And then how's that given us on that? 24. Nice. Cool. Right, let's put that back. There we go. Right, we can send out another expedition. So let's do this one first. Send a scout. So if I have a look in here, expedition rations, production limit. Oh, have I?
Your settlers are really going to like the newly built decorations. This
Okay.
way, you can even manage to design.
Good night, Mr. Nez. I'll probably catch you in the Discord
located near industrial buildings.
tomorrow.
And with sufficient time and energy, even create a settlement where all your settlers are glad to live in it. Although living in a pretty neighborhood isn't the only thing that interests your settlers, they want you to take care of their other needs as well. If you provide them with a forum, they'll make their wishes and requests known to you. You can find out what means a lot to them there.
See, now the problem... Oh, what's that? Oncoming sandstorm. Right, let me just do that, and then I want to have a look at... Okay. That's alright then. Power producer, consumer, power storage. That's all good. Dry, moist, wet. Dried out. Low. Okay. Right, yes, and I want to go here. Right, advantages. So configure. Ooh. Right, hang on a minute. Settler badges, technician badge. So if I send those two. Expedition rations are food and water packages with which expeditions can be equipped in order to repeatedly explore ruins before the expedition returns. With a small quantity of rations, even though capacity for additional rations exist. The lower it has, the less it's able to explore its targeted destination. There, okay. And the sandstorm's coming in. Right. How are we doing on resources? Okay, the water's a problem because irrigator. Yeah, we don't have any people. Let's get this over with. Okay, right. Thing is, if I give them a forum, they're gonna start asking for stuff, and then I'm gonna have to like tell them no. Probably. But okay, right, let me where's the irrigator there, right, because I think this is like this because of the irrigator. Yes, it is. And if I can get that one. Yeah, you can see that it's yeah. Okay, still 1200 in that one. You don't have any wood, so we need to yeah. If I do there. Okay. Oh, that's cool, because you can see the ground now that it's raining. That's cool. I like that. I'm enjoying this. Is it a lot more chilled than Surviving the Aftermath? Not sure. It's definitely different. What's metal? Ah, hang on. Because I don't have people. So hang on, so we've got cloth, plastic, and electronics. I wasn't producing metal? Yeah, definitely. Right, let me take a couple of these down. But I do like the fact that you can assign people from here, which you couldn't really do in Aftermath.
Okay, we're there. The scout was right. Near the gas pumps, it still really reeks of gasoline. Maybe some valves sprung a leak and the vapors from the underground fuel tank are rising. We'd be better off not lighting up a campfire here.
Okay, loot and return, or take a look around. Take a look around. As for the two buildings the scout mentioned, they apparently deal with a car wash and a repair workshop for cars. At least that's what it says on the signs above the garage doors. We ought to take a closer look at the old gas pumps. Maybe something can still be recycled. Oh, I see, and then it takes... Oh. Naturally we can't do a thing with the gas pumps in one piece, but maybe we can strip them down to their parts. There's even supposed to be electronics built in. It's a safe bet our technician can handle without destroying the sensitive electronics. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Carefully attach the sensitive components, and she didn't break a thing. I probably wouldn't have managed to do it. Okay. Oh, and then because I've got... hang on, where's the repair workshop? Oh, I see. Well, we've got 4 points, so... Action points, 0. Can you... Okay... that sure was a tough piece of work, but it was worth it. We just about took the whole car apart. It's a sure thing we can recycle most of the stuff. The only thing we'll leave here is the engine block. It's simply too damn heavy to carry. And then... yeah. The door is locked, but the sliding doors don't look very sturdy. With a little bit of force we should be able to pry them open. One of the youngsters ought to try their hand. Ah, and obviously we gave them 4 rations, which gave us 4 action points. And that was that, no problem at all for the young folk with power in their arms. We were able to jack the sliding door up a bit and wedge it. Sadly the pickings weren't too good inside. A few hoses and tubes, tools and other odds and ends. Loot and return. Okay. Yeah, so we are able to get everything, including expedition rations. Cool. Safe trip home. That was pretty cool. Okay, we still need metal, but we are producing that now. In fact, where's the plastic? Oh. If we change that to metal as well. The potential loot is stored in the expedition station. Oh, and then they produce the rations while... Sweet.
Excellent. Many
Nice.
of your settlers' requests are collected for you at the forum. You ought to check every now and then whether you might be willing to agree to one of those wishes.
Right, so, yeah, choose dialogue, I understand.
However, the forum is not only responsible for enabling your settlers to turn to you. At the forum, you can address them too. You can issue decrees and establish rules at the forum, stating how your settlers need to behave. This way, for example, you can ration food and water, or go so far as to prohibit your settlers from reproducing in the near future.
Okay, how are we doing on people? Okay, so, right. Taylor is fine. Increase the farmers. Put another scout in and we'll give another logistician. We'll leave a couple. Let's have a look. Decrees issues. Oh, okay. 4.7 to take on this mission. Upon successful completion, additional setters to... Oh! Hey Chief, we just picked up a radio message. Our other survivors have asked if they'd be allowed to join a settlement. They fled from their own settlement because it was stricken with a severe illness. Some of them appear to be really sick and sound pretty despondent. Are we in a position to add them to our settlement and treat them properly, or is that simply too risky at the moment? Ooh. Okay. We've got medicine. Okay, so in theory, we could do that. Understood. Herbs produced. Oh, and then we've got to produce them. Okay. Was that our... That's the tailor's. Where did I put... That's the gatherer's cabin. Temporary storeroom. You're the medical hub. Nearby resources. Ah, yes. Herbal Heart Medical Facility. Didn't I put that down here? Yes. Visitors 0 of 50. Okay. But I need here, wasn't it? There. Okay. Oh, I can't. Oh, special reward. Oh, I can't do it because I've got. Oh, wow. Search for survivors. Okay. But obviously, I can't do those while I'm working on this one. Can we build another forum? We could. Oh no, can only be built once. 65. Have they returned? Yeah, so we can mark that for salvaging. Send a scout. Send a scout. Okay, cool. Just about to complete it. Good news, we're able to ramp up so that we're able to treat sick outlanders. Let's do it. Now we have to take care of our basic needs. We should provide new settlers with some cabins. Number of settlers to be housed 19. Cabin 8 of 11. Right, where? Right. Okay, so we've got a greenhouse. Right. So Lorenzo. So they've got those advantages. Farmer badge. So we'll send those 3. That should be enough. Okay. So we'll do that one. Cabin built 8 of 11. Okay. This mission influences self as confidence, but we can't complete the mission. You're already taken up. I like the fact that it's not just one task, it's a series of tasks. If that makes sense. To be housed 9. What? Seven of 10. 7. Okay.
We've arrived at the greenhouse, Chief. I don't know what that scout told you. To us, it just looks like any other room scattered around in the wilderness. Not very promising.
Oh dear. Okay. Take a look around. Some plants are growing where the planting area must have been when this was still a lush green oasis. There's also an old ventilation shaft that we could dismantle. Confidence 80. The plants growing here only vaguely resemble the corn we know. The exposure to radiation must have altered their phenotype. We could gather them and try to cultivate them. Yeah, we found what looks to be some sort of mushroom. We scraped them off carefully. I was told it deals with some kind of moss with fungi. I gather he sure is edible. He already took a bite. Okay. Number of settlers to be housed, 8. But I don't understand. And then it's gone up to 9. I'm very confused. Well, I'll do that and see if that helps. I'm really confused as to why. Power consumption 300. I don't know, let's see what happens once we've done these. Okay. Because that's the other thing, the capacity's not full. But I don't understand why. Oh, there we go. We still need 2. Okay, we're okay on supplies. Hey. Increase the supplies of food and water. Okay. That's cool though. I quite like the fact that it's not just a resources reward, balanced diet. I like the fact that it's not just a, oh, do this one task and then it's all lovely and cushy. You do have to, like, try. Coal mining, scrap catcher, what's that? Scrap catcher, scrap that slowly whirls around. Okay. Upgraded tailors, refinery, hemp weaving, logistics. Warehouse, paved road, let's go with that. But one thing we can do while we're waiting. Okay, we've done the food. Water's going, especially now this is now filled up. Right. Yeah, we'll sort that out in a minute. Really good, those poor sick people will now have a very good chance to recover from their illness. With the supply of water, food and medicine we've made available to them, they ought to truly feel cordially welcome here. Cool. Decrees, activate birth control. Why? Okay, so we go to the forum. Birth control. Lasting decree.
Many of the decrees are extremely helpful toward enabling the survival of your settlement, though you should watch out that you don't demand too much of your settlers. If you ask too much of them, it can lead to discontentment spreading throughout your settlement. That's why you always ought to use caution in deciding which decrees you want to impose.
If those are your instructions, Chief, then that's the way we'll stick to them, even though we're not particularly happy about them. We'd gladly decide for ourselves when we start our families. It'd be better if you could see that we understood.
Although such a thriving settlement like this one here not only has its advantages, it could be that the attention of prowling raiders is drawn to you, and you'll have to defend yourself against them. First of all, it's going to be important to set up your own defenses. An ammunition factory is going to be necessary to arm those settlers who will be defending your settlement in the future. It would be best if you also assigned several technicians right away who are supposed to work at the ammunition factory.
Okay, well, let's get that on the go. I think the other thing, you're a sturdy house. 6. You are a cabin. Right. Let's Hey Chief, especially during the drought, it's going to get hotter than you know what, and some kind of protection against the sun would be really commodious, especially when you have to take a break now and then. Some of us can sort of picture it like a kind of huge tent where we can gather and relax under. Okay. The pergola. Okay. Right. Ruin scouted. Cake shop. What direction should the expedition
We're here,
take? Okay.
Chief. There's not much to look at. Shattered glass here and there, rubble, and an old metal frame. Was that scout pulling our leg? Sending us here all because of this junk?
Come on, get in there. Let's see, all sorts of smashed plots, planters and buckets. This thing seems to have had a ventilation system too, just now. Okay. Okay. Right, let's because metal's what we're hurting on, isn't it? Okay. Sturdy house. It's there. No, it's a sturdy house. Okay. Right. Technician, wasn't that there?
Very good. It's left up to you to decide whether you want to have your ammunition factory manufacture lethal or non-lethal ammunition. While lethal ammunition deals damage to the attacking raiders, non-lethal ammunition ensures that their morale sinks. If the raiders have lost all their morale, they'll flee. No matter what type of ammunition you want to have manufactured, one thing can't be missing. Your ammunition factory requires some sulfur for production. Sulfur can be obtained in your mines. To do this, simply instruct your mines to...
Okay, so we need to put a mine down. Oh, but it needs to be. Right, how are we doing? Okay. So the mine isn't built, but once it is, we need to change that to sulfur. Rubber bullets. That uses plastic or metal. Right, I think the other thing I'm gonna do. You're doing metal, and you're doing metal. Right, so then we'll change you to plastic. Okay. Ah, is that because advanced school immunity? Yeah, coal mining. Mining iodine. Scrap catcher, upgraded tailor shop, upgraded workshop. Lem's useful devices. Hemp weaving mill? Okay. So if I...
Very good, old friend. Now the production of ammunition can get going full steam ahead. To be able to give your settlement blanket protection against attackers, the next thing you want to do is to build several watchtowers and assign militia there. Your settlers will fire at raiders from these watchtowers. It will be best if you place your towers in such a way that they don't...
Okay. Unassigned workforce 17. Okay, where's... Oh, militia. Okay. Electricity building condition. Okay. Slightly damaged, but they're being repaired. That's cool. Okay. Expedition. Okay, so there aren't any special conditions, so we'll just send 3 people there. Another expedition. Okay. I am digging this. like I say, it is. Well, so far it's a lot more chilled than Surviving the Aftermath. Let's do field testing. Hey Chief, our researchers have come up with a new idea. They're not quite sure yet whether their plan could work. If you could provide them with a few materials, they'd begin with some tests right away. Okay. Awesome, Chief. Oh. Okay, we need to sort this out.
Very good. These watchtowers form the center of your defense. At each watchtower,
very briefly, I tried it on PC, but I haven't tried it on console.
As you can see, the raider force is now on its way here. Pay attention to the direction they're coming from. You might have enough time to adapt your defense a bit. I'm going to keep my head down for the time being, until those scoundrels don't bother the settlement anymore. Good luck.
Thanks.
You said my people are hopeless cases. We were once. I took in one and all. Together we are strong. Give us what we need, then no one will get hurt.
Okay. Right, so they're coming from over there. Let's just slow down. So we've got a watchtower here. I'm gonna go with not. Oh. I haven't actually produced. Oh no, I've got 1,000. So we're going with non-lethal. And they are looking the wrong way. They're there. Morale. Where are you headed? Oh, force strength has gone down. Looted. Okay. You're not. Morale is high and they've looted a load of resources. Okay.
It looks as if they were the last raiders, and the settlement's still standing. Well, it did get a few scratches here and there, but nothing we couldn't recover from.
We'll rise again, over and over again, and that's a promise.
Leave us in peace.
However, in many cases, the raiders won't be paying you a visit just like that, without any advance warning and a reason. Most of the time, they'll demand tribute from you beforehand. If you can pay this tribute, they'll leave you in peace. That is, at least for a certain period of time. This time, I want you to pay the tribute the raiders are demanding from you, so that we can focus on rebuilding here at the settlement.
As you can see, the demands, you can see the kinds of demands the raiders place here. You can decide whether you want to pay them or not. Normally, the raiders would attack if you're not willing to pay, but this is naturally just an exercise. I'll leave it up to you whether you want to hand over.
very good. By doing so, you bought us a little time to be able to prepare ourselves further.
Great.
Now that this supply is ensured, your settlers are going to noticeably demand more luxury in their lives. After the lengthy trials and tribulations, they finally want to be able to enjoy the fruits of their hard work. The place where they can turn to you with such requests is the town hall. To build a town hall, you have to have the town center upgraded.
Okay. Right. Right. Oh, I didn't. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, I do have builders. Okay. Okay, you've got an empty work area. Plus there's all of this up here as well, so we're okay on that one. The forester... is on cut down. Okay. Town hall built. Okay. Okay. Right, so if I come here, scout. Let's advantages due to resources that could be helpful. Oh, okay, but I don't have those. So what's this one then? Fast food restaurant. But I also want to there we go. Oh yeah, wood, which is a massive problem for us at the moment. Is that because... well, that's not gonna... bar. Okay. Doctor's office. Okay. Right. Okay. Do you know what? I'm tempted to get another one of those down. Let's get a paved road. Let's get that in there, and then I want the Forester's Lodge. If I put that there, and then there we go. I think we can set up another expedition. Oh, the red dots are our scouts. Is that the one that... yeah. Bar. Right. Scrap tool. And... pubkeeper badge. In fact, no, let's configure. Right, gear recommendation, metal tool. You need the pubkeeper's badge as well. Okay, so let's get a pub down. Okay, but we don't have the wood, okay. You need... okay. Okay. Right. I also want to upgrade those roads. Okay. 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 Ooh. It goes to another end zone. The elders mentioned there were other end zones nearby. That's cool. Technician Medjay. don't have. Don't have the gatherer badge. Why? I don't quite know how they get the gatherer badge. But yeah, metal tool. So yeah, I don't really know. Right. Hopefully once this is up and running. Build next, cancel. Right, let me get this on. Build next. Hang on, what's... Hang on, because it's all gone a bit... I can't do anything. I can't highlight anything. Huh. Because I can't change that, I can't... I can't bring up the pause menu. I'm gonna have to quit out. But I think... I'm not going to. I mean, I'm assuming that has been built. I mean, I can't select it to tell them to do the things. But I think I am going to have to quit out of it. But I'm going to call it there. Right, when are we back? I think Tuesday. Yes. We will be back on Tuesday night. We are going to be playing... I don't know. Yeah, see, that's going up, but the wood's not. No worries, dude. See, that's finished, but it's not... I can't do anything, so I'm gonna have to bin it off. Yes, we will be back Tuesday, potentially with Lightyear Frontier, possibly with Lady of Misrule, maybe. I need to speak to her about it. But yeah, those resources aren't going up at the top. The water and yeah, it's gone bananas. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, ticking the bell so you know when new videos go live. In the description is a link to the channel Discord. Feel free to come and talk about the games you're playing, the games I'm playing, games in general. I'll catch you at the next one. Peace.